Shalom, welcome to Mr. Torah. This year is entitled Sanhedrin Ayin Vav. We've had a discussion about the cases of Yareg Ve'Yavor when a person has to give up his life. So an unbelievable Shulchan Aruch in Kuf Nun Zayin Yeridea, where he writes that a person who does not have to give up his life but chooses to is allowed to be machmir, to be stringent. The Rambam says absolutely not. Either he must give up his life in one of those cases where it warrants that, or he cannot give up his life, he must stay alive. There's no middle road. What's astounding is the Shulchan Aruch only quotes the other Shita, the other opinion that argues with the Rambam. Doesn't even mention the Rambam. How does he do that? Shouldn't we at least say Safek Nefashot Lahachmir? A Safek, any doubt of Pikuach Nefesh? He should be stringent. Persons on Yom Kippur. A doctor says, I don't know. And the person says, I don't know, I'm not feeling well. Safek, I think I might have to go to the hospital. Safek nefashos. The person says, I have to go to the hospital. Doctor says, no, you don't. Safek nefashos. In that we don't take a chance. So here we have some opinions saying you could choose to give your life. The Rambam saying you cannot choose to give your life. If you have to, you cannot. So the Shulchan should bring it in. Should certainly bring the Rambam Shita in. It's a Safek Shita. So the Shach says, how does the Shulchan Aruch do this? Is it that he's so convinced that Rambam was wrong, and therefore he just doesn't need to take into account Safek Nefashos? He says, in this case, we see there's a very interesting phenomena that when it comes to Kiddush Hashem, the normal rule that Nefashos, staying alive, is more important than the mitzvah itself. Not when it comes to Kiddush Hashem. We already see that the rule book changes when it comes to Kiddush Hashem. That we give up our lives for Kiddush Hashem. And therefore the Shach says, once we see we're already changing the rule book. So just like for Kiddush Hashem, we give up our lives, even though normally we don't do that. We'll violate the mitzvah in order to save our lives. But once we see that Kiddush Hashem overrides the mitzvot, and the normal rules, so too when it comes to a suffix, a rule of suffix. Rambam says you can't give up your life. Someone else says you could. Well, let's apply the normal rules of psak halacha. No, the Shach says there's a different rule book when it comes to Kiddush Hashem and giving up your life, and therefore the Shulchan Aruch could say, I'm more like the other opinion, and I don't view this as a suffix nefashos case. For whatever reason, the Shulchan Aruch Paskins like the other side, and that's it. There's no suffix. It's not part of the ruling because in Kiddush Hashem, it's a different rule book. That's the Shach's understanding of the Shulchan Aruch and Kuf Nun Zayin Yeridea. Shalom.